So we have killed 3 bosses.
Yes, that's like 3 more than usual. Um, but we're only like halfway through this area, kind of. I know. Well, Lost Eyes are left for the next area. That's basically just
Right.
lower demon ruins. So
Which is an area I have never seen before.
prepare
So.
to get blinded.
Oh.
So
Why?
it's a Lyris here.
Why? Because you helped us kill the centipede demon,
Yeah.
sir.
So he's traveled far and wide, and he still can't find the son he's been looking for. So at this point, this is when it's very clear that he's having thoughts of maybe this wasn't really worth it, or like it's all been futile, just looking for it because he can't.
Right. Well,
And he's
because
having a lot of like self doubt.
yeah, because we go to Anne Orlando and see that the sun is actually just gone there.
Well, no, he's still here even if you remove the illusions. Actually, so.
Oh, so
And thank God we're not wearing a crimson width cloth, or else that would have burnt our feet.
yeah, good thing we actually did we actually put shoes on?
I think so, yeah.
It doesn't look
It's
like we
hard to
did,
tell because
actually.
there's so much bloom.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we have shoes on.
No, I think there's like one cloth wrap around our feet, so
I don't think there is.
that's enough, right?
Also, I have a feeling that this is actually going to just make my computer throw up, because the lava effects in this game have apparently really started tanking the performance while I've been down in like the demon ruins.
Yeah, that's why we have the mod to remove all the bloom.
Oh, can you actually make it remove all the bloom?
Yeah, there's a mod for that, so
Is that part of DS Fix, or is it a separate thing?
I think it's a separate one.
Mm,
I know I never downloaded DS Fix because I played on PC after they removed Windows Live, so.
Well, I mean, DS Fix kind of put in a bunch of other things that were useful.
That's
as
true.
well.
Yeah, but I never downloaded it, so I couldn't answer that question. So
Fair enough. I might have to look into removing the bloom though, because that might be part of what makes it run so.
yeah,
awfully.
and if you've ever seen lava, it
Does it-
only like 1% of it is
Yeah.
this bright.
It's not quite so luminescent.
It's not like molten, like spewing red stuff. No, it's like really dark, and then thin lines of it is really bright.
Yeah. Why were there just 2 divine blessings there?
I have no idea. I think it's just an extra thing.
Also, I love how there are all these pulsing tendrils just all around us.
Well, they're enemies, so
Are they
you have to
actually
give them
enemies?
some sort of animation. Yeah, if you go near them, they aggro. So,
Wow.
and I think they're a type of demon, and I
Oh,
think
yeah.
it might reuse the same model as the lower half of the dragon of the undead dragon.
Looks kind of like it, yeah. Oop.
I think that's the case. It's definitely not. It's definitely a demon. It's not the lower half of the dragons. I think they just reuse the model.
So apparently they don't have a very large aggro range, though. It doesn't look like.
Well, it does sort of and remember this bonfire, by the way, when you get here. Yeah, and it's like it does. You just follow a lava path just to avoid it all, because they're kind of annoying to fight.
Do they give a lot of souls?
I don't know. I just don't bother fighting them.
Welp. All right.
So, thank
what-
God we're out of that lava.
what is the actual path that we have to take through here? Because
This is a normal path.
This seems like a very large, kind of confusing area so far.
Well, if you just avoid going near any of those things, then that should be like the optimal path through it. Aside
equipped?
from like the divine blessings, but even then, we still didn't aggro anything.
Sure.
Yeah, this is the normal route to get to the next boss in this area. But earlier when I was using the poison mist through that door, that was actually a shortcut. And normally to open that door, you'd have to
Go all the way
get
around.
to rank. Well, you'd have to get to rank 2 of the Chaos Servant, which was the yeah, the covenant that Quillag's sisters head off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so to get to that, you have to offer 30 humanities to it.
Huh.
But the other way around is to just go through this area normally and then open a shortcut from the other side.
Yeah, of course.
But even then, the shortcut doesn't actually cut a lot because it's kind of far away from the actual boss. And the boss we're gonna be heading to is gonna be very fun.
Yeah, that's the boss that most people don't like.
Well, it's because it doesn't really function as a Dark Souls boss, really. It functions more like a Zelda boss.
Right. So how much luck is going to be involved in our particular fight with it?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say about 3,000.
Which one's the which end is the we died a lot side?
Well, we do die a lot, spoilers, because it's unavoidable, so there's no point in asking that question, because it's inevitable.
Is there anybody in the history of Dark Souls playthroughs who has beaten the boss without dying at all?
Well, do you include experienced players? Because there's bound to be.
I mean, sure. That is ugh.
Yeah.
That
I
is
don't know.
ugly.
It's like an eldritch horror thing.
Yeah.
But
I love
anyway,
it.
yeah, okay. if you count players who have fought the boss before, likely, yeah, with their new character. That wasn't an illusionary wall, by the way. Yeah, likely with their new character, they would have gone through the boss with no deaths. But if you only consider everyone who has only fought the boss for the first time, I don't think there's ever been someone who hasn't died to the boss.
Sure. How difficult is it to not die?
To not die, it's pretty hard. But to beat the actual boss
It's not very difficult.
it's not very difficult. Because this is the only boss in the entire game where it, like, saves your progress throughout the fight. Because, like, you know, when you reattempt a boss,
They have full health again.
They have full health. And so essentially your last fight with them never happened.
Right.
But for this boss, it doesn't. It works on different values. Yeah, and we'll explain more about that when we actually fight it. Because currently, we have another Daughter of Chaos. This time she's alive.
So she's not a giant spider.
Yeah, or dead, like the one that was. And
Kirk.
They're
Come on, Kirk.
They're doing a tag team here of Kirk and a Chaos Sister.
This is not the time to deal with your nonsense, Kirk. Come on.
This is actually the third and last time we fight him. So.
Is he going to be dead for good this time?
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, that was another Daughter of Chaos. Now normally they'd be dead or horribly deformed, but that seemed like a normal one.
Oh, you guys shield
but she is hostile, so she was obviously protecting what lies beyond the fog door.
Sure.
And the reason why Kirk invades here, and also that does lead into why he invaded earlier in the Demon Ruins. Well, that will be explained later, actually.
Ooh.
More fire whip. That's a little bit like the flamethrower pyromancy, but it's more like a single hit that you wave around rather than a continuous spew.
Right.
It does work in the same properties though. So.
I wonder what's through here.
Ooh. We're gonna be needing a shield, because Grass Crash shield won't do it.
What sort of shield? Dragon Crest?
One that blocks fire, I guess.
So
Yeah, I've used
Dragon
that
Crest.
shield for right now, and so frequently in many places, because sometimes the Grass Crash shield just doesn't cut it.
No.
So I'm very happy I got it as early as I can. So.
Oh god. Oh god.
Yeah, we're
Where are we going?
it's a very big build up to the boss.
Oh, are we going? Oh. Oh my. Oh my.
The bed of chaos, the source of all demons. This is where they came from. This is where they were birthed.
Right.
And it has giant arms. That's very.
And it looks
There's
like
no point. There's no point in avoiding it. You just block it.
Looks like a tree.
Yes, this is where all of the tree roots that we found throughout the entire game come from. This is the source of it as well. And now we have to sever the connections to I don't know where, but that's what you have to do.
So is this the father of Quelaag and all of them as well?
No, Mother. This is the Witch of Izalith. This is what she turned into.
Sure.
Because lore, at some point, Gwyn was after Gwyn linked the flame. Eventually, it started to fade, and then the witch had the brilliant idea of recreating the first flame, and so she used her own Lord Soul, like what Gwyn did, and created another. But it got,
Oop.
and I died.
Oh. Oh.
So.
Ah.
Yes, that's what happens.
I
And so
see.
the flame that the witch created that got corrupted, and it turned her into this thing that just never-endingly just spews out demons. So
Can you
that's what she turned into.
dodge the arm swings?
If you time it right, I guess. But it'll be extremely hard to, especially when the area starts collapsing.
Right.
And also, when the witch created her own flame, basically there was probably a massive explosion, and the witches of Izalith, her daughters of chaos, were probably in the vicinity of it.
Yeah.
And when that happened, that probably deformed a couple of them. Some of them got out. For example, the one we just fought, but Quelaag
Turned the rest into spiders.
and her sister,
Oh look.
turned into spiders. So
Hi Titanite Demon.
this is the only Titanite demon that respawns, but we're not going to bother.
Just roll past them and keep running.
No point.
It's like we don't got time for
Uh-huh.
you.
You can
We
still
don't got
fire
time
lightning
for
at
you.
us, by the way. So we don't, because there's a very
Oh geez, he wants to have a scrap though. Oh, are we gonna get him?
yes.
Aw. Oh, there we go. What is this way? Is this that shortcut? Oh, who? What? What? No. No. We can't have him be. We can't have him be taken over by a brain sucker slug or whatever.
Oh well, that's what happened to him.
That's. Man, that's kind of depressing, actually.
That's what happens to Solaire.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That's like actually sad. Oh my god.
That's the fate of our son, bro. He didn't turn hollow, thank God, but he did have a form of insanity where these
parasites.
Yeah, these parasites. These, I think they're called like sun insects or whatever. Basically
Sunlight maggot.
yes, it's sunlight maggot. That's the one. They just feast on the host, and makes you think that you've got something, but you really don't. So yeah.
So based on the fact that the egg vermitude whatever is an item in the game, can they do the same thing to us?
No. Basically, I just picked up an item from one of them. That is a dead sunlight maggot. And actually, and here we have Kirk. This is the fate of Kirk.
Huh.
We'll get to that eventually, but yeah, for Solaire, the sunlight maggots they do produce light. So Solaire, in his desperation, whatever, Cullen's blind, so she didn't notice. But yeah, Solaire, in his desperation, he thought that the sunlight maggots were the sun he was looking for, and he obviously got like corrupted by it or whatever and turned him insane. So that's what happens to him.
Is his equipment any good?
Actually, yes. But not many people use it because there's actually a way to save Solaire.
Right.
That's what I was doing with the poison earlier.
Oh.
We have Sigma here, by the way. Sieglind, actually, his daughter. But yeah, that's what I was doing with the poison. Basically, you can use that, and then the maggot that gets Solaire can be killed if you use poison mist behind that door.
Really?
And so if he's saved, he's still in the same area, but he's still like all depressed and he can't find his son. He doesn't really change. And then if he does get saved, you can actually summon him for the final boss.
Huh.
So yeah, and then that's the alternate ending to Solaire's questline. And
oh my god,
the weird thing is,
dude,
whatever.
You have a problem with the halberd stuff.
I don't like this
chest,
guy,
man.
Well, they shouldn't be in the way of it. But yeah, the director, Miyazaki, he did say for Solaire, him getting consumed by the sunlight maggot, that's of course the canon ending for him, but that's also the happy ending to him, because he found, quote unquote, what he was looking for. Hang on. Yeah.
I'm not sure I agree that that's a happy ending, but man, I really like Solaire. That makes me sad face.
Yeah. Yeah, and then so our next guy, Kirk. The reason why
he was
invaded,
a jerk. I don't care about him.
Well, actually, let me explain. The reason why he invaded in Demon Ruins, and then right in front of the Bed of Chaos, was because he wasn't a Dark Wraith. He wasn't one of he wasn't part of Cath, and he invaded for the hell of it.
Are we finally boosting up our pyromancy flame?
Yeah, because I have too much levels. So. And then the reason why he invaded in those specific places was to protect the Bed of Chaos, because he's actually sided with the Chaos Servants.
Sure.
And actually gaining humanity, not for the Dark Wraiths, but for the Chaos Servants. And to Quillag's sister is to he was there to gain humanity to heal her. He wasn't doing it for himself. He was doing it to
right, to
heal Narcissus. He's not a Dark Chaos, by the way.
Oh,
a safe one. And so that's why we found Kirk's corpse in that area, is because he is directly linked to Quillag's sister. So.
Huh.
So yeah, that's another backstory of Kirk. And guess what? it's never explained in what
Of
I just
course
told
not.
you was never explained in the game. That's
Of course
something
not.
to be interpreted, and since there's so like much evidence of it, that's probably the case. Anyway, this is the only Daughter of Chaos that made it out and is still sane, and she only appears if you have a plus 10 Pyromancy Flame. So that's the reason why
Right.
I upgraded it.
Of course, you can't.
This is where you get high leveled pyromancies, unlike the guy in Firelink Shrine.
Not that we can afford any of it.
Nope, because we just spend all our souls on upgrading our actual flame. So. Yeah, literally, I was trying to do a thing. This is a little,
a little behind the scenes.
behind the scenes research.
What are we looking up here?
I'm looking
Alright.
at how to find a certain pyromancy that I wanted. Great Chaos Fireball, that's what I was looking for.
We've suddenly become what is this, Google Chrome simulator?
Yes.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, and I was gonna buy it off of her, but apparently you need to be a member of Chaos Servant, and then they give you it, and then that's because I thought you need to buy it. So.
So
So yeah, she's basically like she's the only sister that's like, yeah, we screwed up, our mom screwed up, and you should probably get rid of it because it's very, very bad.
there's a mouse cursor in the middle of the screen now.
I don't care. Okay, so this is where essentially she taught pyromancy to one guy, and then that one guy taught pyromancy to all the other humans. Yeah, and that's how pyromancy came from the witches down onto how humans can use it now. So
I wonder if
that's kind of like the miracles. Probably like churches were established so that they can heal and stuff. So. Yeah.
So are we going to be picking up that Great Chaos Fireball at all?
Eventually, yeah, because that's part of the build, but I don't actually use it all too often. And we saw earlier in Firelink Shrine, Siegland, she's looking for Siegmeyer, so
Of course.
that's what she's doing, because Siegmeyer's up to his old tricks again when Siegland told him not to.
Is he gonna end up dying too? I'm
No.
gonna take your silence as a yes.
Oh. Okay, well, since Solaris died, anyone can die, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the end of Solaire. Yeah, so the Centipede Demon was normally the last place you can summon him, but if you manage to save him, if you know how to, then you can summon him for the last boss fight, and it does make it somewhat easier, but of
Yep.
course it does increase its health. So.
I mean, you'd figure, like, having your son bro helping you would make the last boss easier.
Yeah. And here we have copy and paste
Yeah.
enemies.
I mean, like, fortunately, at least you can pull them one at a time, but yeah.
Yeah, thank God. Oh,
just
God
so
forbid
many
two
of
of them. God forbid two of them are aggroed at the same time.
Just look at them. Just like what, 7 or 8 of them in this one little
Yeah,
area.
there's 7, yeah.
It's like, God, guys.
And you can't be smart and draw them to the lava because it doesn't affect them.
Yeah, they don't take damage from the the lava either.
Yeah, I made sure not to get too close to the others.
Ugh. It just,
Yeah, I thought I made it out, but
oops.
no. And he died.
Well, at least he died too.
Yeah, he just jumped off.
He was like, "Hey, I'm not done with you. I'm coming after you."
Yeah, he had to make sure. I mean,
Yeah.
can you blame him? I mean,
No, you know, I mean, they are just Tauros demons. Like, how much intelligence do you think they actually have?
probably a lot.
I don't know.
So yeah, yeah, I
Oops.
accidentally aggroed 2 of them. So I just fast forward this part because it's just the same fight essentially.
Oh god. Oh god. Hey, at least that's one way to make it more exciting.
Yeah, listen to the high pitched sound effects. And if you just squint your eyes and tilt your head, then you can imagine this is a game by Platinum Games.
Let's just overlay rules of nature over this.
I was about to say the exact same thing.
I mean, it'll probably get it content ID, but I could probably do that.
No, make it high pitched like the game. You can fast forward it as well.
Yeah, fast forward.
By the way, we've got another Ember.
Oh god.
Chaos Ember.
Ah, so that's how you get the Chaos weapon.
Yes. There's also a fire weapon in this area, but that's behind more Taurus demons, so screw that.
Of course it is. There's just so many of them. They're just
It's nearer the demon fire siege. That's the 3rd variation on the stray demon. It's near that area, but we don't bother. Anyway, I joined the Covenant and got the pyromancy that I was looking for. That I did my hard research on.
Oh, do you literally just have to join the Covenant?
Yeah, you join it. You don't have to remain in the Covenant to use it. You just join, and then they give you the spell. So.
Huh? Is that the most powerful fireball?
It's the most powerful variation on fire. Yeah, on fireball, but the special thing about it is that after it hits something, lava comes out and it lingers, much like the lava spew that Quillig had. So yeah, it does that, and I think all chaos pyromancies do that. So.
Huh. Interesting. So, all right. So pyromancy. Does pyromancy scale with any stats?
Nope. It upgrades like a weapon.
So it's literally just like it gets stronger as you boost your pyromancy flame.
Yep.
So now our fire is actually going to be useful again. Then is what you're saying.
Yeah, because I've barely used it ever in a very long time.
Yeah.
And I need more souls to upgrade to ascend my pyromancy flame, much like ascending a weapon.
Fortunately,
basically, it just adds more damage. That's all it does.
Fortunately, we have plenty of these souls stored up in our inventory.
Yeah, this is the first time I've used them, so.
I have been using them as I've been going through the game.
I don't use them as a last resort.
Well, yeah, I'm not trying to boost up like pyromancy flames or anything like that. So.
Yeah, a very small benefit to Dark Souls 2 to this game is that
you can use multiple
in this game
ones
you
at
have
once.
to do it individually. But
yeah,
in Dark Souls 2 you can just tell the game how many you want to consume at once.
Yeah, I want to just eat this entire stack, guys. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to do them manually one by. Like, come on, I have to shatter all of them. Like, are you serious? Are you serious right now? Ugh.
Yeah, probably out of everything in this game that needed to be fast forward, it's probably then.
Oh boy, oh boy. All right, where are we headed now? Are we actually gonna finish off the Bed of Chaos?
Probably.
It looks like that's might be where we're kind of vaguely headed.
Yeah, we're going to a shortcut. Yeah, these ones don't respawn, but the one that gets Solar doesn't. So. And that's also one place if you're offline and if you're not part of the Sunbros or aren't summoned or don't summon Solaire or anything, this is the only place to farm Sunlight medals.
What are the medals and coins and stuff good for again?
Okay, the medals they're for leveling up.
Whoa.
The medals are for leveling up in the Sunbro Covenant. The coins are
Right.
just for selling to Framt.
Is that all like the gold and silver coins are good for?
Yes. Because, we don't use coins in Lower Duran, we use souls as currency.
Sure. What are you doing here?
We have Sigmire. Sigmire, what is he doing?
Can you kick him down into there?
I don't think. Probably, I don't know.
Are we gonna talk to him?
Well, it has been a while since we helped him. This is we helped him like 4 different occasions, so.
We don't know if he necessarily needs help at the moment.
Oh, he does. Anyway, I'm using the pyromancy I just acquired to get rid of some of these, and
you missed.
I had to make sure I had to get at least one of them. So
we're not gonna end up falling down, are we? There we go.
No, because this is a very delicate process on what result I'm gonna get. Okay. You have to pay very close attention to what you're doing in this particular moment when you're helping Sigmire.
Why's that?
Because there's much like Solaire, there's multiple endings to Sigmire's questline.
Sure.
And so you have to, there is a de facto best outcome to Sigmire, unlike Solaire, which does have good and bad points to both endings to him. For Sigmire, there's a very definite, you should probably try to get this outcome,
Yeah.
So I made sure I went with that outcome because it's a lot more interesting.
Are we gonna?
And so I'm just trying to get here.
We're gonna go get that item.
No, I'm just trying to get a better view.
Ew. What happens if you fall down on top of these guys?
Nothing, but they can grab you and eat you. So, and it's like a grab move they have. So.
I mean, they're like little sarlacc pits. You'd figure they would be able to eat you up or something.
Well, they can. It's just like if you directly jump into them, then I don't think. Well, it's not very particularly inviting,
No. So these ones don't respawn?
Normally, no, but these ones in the pit, they don't, and that's why this is a very delicate process.
All right. So how do you end up getting the bad ending?
If you kill all of them.
Really?
Yes.
Do you have to let him kill one of them?
You have to let him fight. So yeah, he was asleep.
Because of course he was.
Okay, so first time he couldn't get through a gate. Next, he couldn't get through boulders. Next, he couldn't fight knights. Next, he couldn't go through the poison area, and so he was very out of his element in all of those times.
But now it's fighting monsters.
Yes, this is fighting monsters. This is what he does best. This is what he's proficient at, and thus, this is the only time where he's like, no. Let me handle this.
I got this.
Yeah, allow me to assist you.
So I assume he would die if all 4 of them were still alive.
If he killed none of them, he will die.
Can you drop down and help him?
Yes. Yeah, and so that one attack does take off like a quarter of his health. So.
Ouch. Oh, and there's poison down here as well. Of course there is.
And so, if he gets down to below half health, that counts as him being wounded, and that counts as him essentially dying. And I actually forgot about this one. There's actually 5 of them.
Oh.
So yeah, you have to make sure he remains above 50% health, and thankfully, he does. So.
You got lucky and he didn't get blindsided by that second one there.
Yeah, and so he trucked along, and he dealt with those monsters. That's what he does best. So. But he still notices that you did kill a couple of these monsters. He didn't handle it. He didn't handle the situation by himself entirely, and so he's still a little bummed by that. But he's still tired after what happened. So and now he's back to being asleep.
Back asleep. Oh, the lazy bastard.
So he didn't die. Shut up.